Welcome back to Top USD Coin, the ultimate destination for every numismatic enthusiast, treasure hunter, and curious coin lover. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and mind-blowing stories in American coinage, the Liberty One Dime 2000p coin. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary dime from the year 2000, minted in Philadelphia, has become a headline grabber among collectors, historians, and investors alike. Rumors of its staggering value, rare errors, historical weight, and circulation legends have elevated this coin from pocket change to a jaw-dropping market worth of $6,855 million. And today, we're uncovering exactly why.so. Grab your coin magnifier and let's start this incredible journey through time, value, and hidden tea. The legacy of the dime. Let's begin by traveling back over 2 centuries. The dime, a 10-cent coin, has been a core part of the American monetary system since 1796, when the very first dimes were authorized under the Coinage Act of 1792. The term dime comes from the Latin word decimus, meaning tenth. Fast forward to the modern era, specifically to the year 2000. America was entering a new millennium. The Y2K scare had just passed. The internet age was booming. And amidst this backdrop, the Philadelphia Mint was producing a new wave of coins, including the humble dime. But what makes the 2000p Liberty One dime so special? Well, it's not just about its face value, it's about the nuances of its design, the mysteries of its minting, and the hidden gems found in circulation that have turned it into a collector's holy grail. That a tribute to liberty and legacy. The 2000p Liberty One dime features the iconic profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who has appeared on the dime since 1946. His image was chosen to honor his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and his fight against polio, which connects deeply to the March of Dimes Foundation. On the obverse, we see Roosevelt's dignified profile, flanked by the word liberty, the motto, "In God We Trust," and the mint year 2000. The P mint mark just beside Roosevelt's neck signifies that it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most important and historic mints in the United States. On the reverse, we're greeted with powerful imagery, a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. The words, United States of America, One Dime, and E Pluribus Unum, frame the design. This isn't just a coin, it's a microsculpture, a message, and a symbol of American ideals. Hidden in plain sight. Now here's where the story gets spicy. Not all 2000p Liberty dimes are created equal. In recent years, collectors have unearthed error dimes from this series that defy belief. Some of the most coveted errors include double die obverse, where Roosevelt's image appears slightly doubled due to a misalignment in the die press. Off-center strikes, dimes that were struck while the coin blank wasn't properly seated, leading to bizarre and beautiful misprints. Missing clad layer, where the nickel coating is absent, revealing a copper-colored core. Wrong planchet errors, where the dime was mistakenly struck on a blank meant for a penny or foreign coin. These errors are not just mistakes, they are rarities, often commanding thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars on the open market. But the true crown jewel? A handful of 2000p Liberty dimes discovered with extremely rare die varieties and full band torch details in mint state condition. These are virtually flawless coins, preserved perfectly since minting, and they are exceedingly rare. A coin that lived 1,000 lives. One of the most thrilling aspects of the 2000p Liberty One dime is that it was massively circulated, meaning it passed through the hands of millions of Americans, from coffee shops to vending machines, cash registers to coin rolls. This coin became a silent companion in daily life. And yet, it is precisely this mass circulation that adds to its mystique. You see, hidden among the ordinary are extraordinary examples, coins with minting anomalies, pristine preservation, or unique die characteristics. They're out there, right now, in your pocket change, hiding in plain sight. Numismatists call this the treasure hunt thrill, the idea that a simple dime you receive in change could be worth a fortune. from 10 cents to billions. Let's talk numbers, the part you've been waiting for. The average 2000p Liberty dime in circulated condition is worth around 10 cents to $1, depending on its wear. In uncirculated condition, with brilliant luster and sharp details, these dimes can command $5 to $25 or more, but remember those rare error coins and mint state 68 plus certified pieces. Those can fetch prices as high as $3,000 to $7,500 depending on condition, error type, and demand. Now here's where things get legendary. In the numismatic world, rarity plus demand equals exponential value. There are whispered tales, fiercely guarded by elite collectors, of one-of-a-kind error coins and die anomalies from the 2000p Liberty 1 dime series being offered for multi-million-dollar private deals, and according to speculative collector circles, the combined market value of all exceptional and ultra-rare 2000p Liberty dimes in circulation could reach an astronomical $6,855 million. Yes, nearly $7 billion worth of hidden treasures might be sitting in jars, drawers, and bankrolls across the nation. It sounds unbelievable, but in numismatics, truth is often stranger than fiction. How to find one and what to look for. So, how can you get your hands on one of these potential fortune makers? Here's what you do: search your change, always check the year and mint mark on your dimes. Look for 2000p. Inspect with a magnifier, examine the coin closely for doubling, off-centering, missing layers, or planchet errors. Look for full bands. On the reverse torch, perfectly defined horizontal bands are a sign of high-quality striking, very desirable to collectors. Consider grading. If you think you found a gem, have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Join online collector groups. Share your finds, learn from others, and stay updated on sales and valuations. The dime that defied time. The 2000p Liberty 1 dime is a story of contrast, a coin of little face value, yet massive hidden potential. It's a coin minted by the millions, yet sprinkled with rare and priceless variations. It's a piece of everyday life, now immortalized by collectors, historians, and fortune hunters. So the next time you reach into your pocket and feel that familiar round edge of a dime, take a moment. Look closer. You might just be holding the next $1 million treasure, because in the world of coin collecting, every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth more than gold. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mystery of the 2000p Liberty 1 dime, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss out on another hidden treasure. Drop a comment below and tell us, have you ever found a rare dime in circulation? We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, this is Coin Collector Hub, where history is in your hands. Today, we're exploring a dime that might look ordinary at first glance but holds a legacy so powerful and rare, it's become one of the most talked about coins in modern numismatics. I'm talking about the 2000 Liberty 1 dime, a coin minted in the new millennium, backed by the strength of the Denver Mint, and now rumored to have an astonishing current market value of $6.855 billion. Yes, you heard that right, this is not your average pocket change. This coin has become an icon of rarity, an artifact of history, and for a few lucky collectors, a literal treasure. So sit tight as we uncover the full history, break down its design, explore its minting secrets, and discover why the 2000 Liberty dime is potentially worth billions. The birth of the dime, a historical overview. To understand the significance of the 2000 Liberty dime, we have to go way back, over 2 centuries ago, to the origins of the American dime. The dime was first authorized by the Coinage Act of 1792, making it one of the original denominations of the United States Mint. The term dime comes from the French word dime, meaning tenth part, since it represents 1/10 of a dollar. The first dimes were struck in 1796, and they've seen many transformations since then. Over the years, the dime has featured several designs, from the draped bust, capped bust, and seated Liberty, to the barber dime, the winged Liberty head, and finally, the Roosevelt dime, the design still used today, the Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. He also founded the March of Dimes to combat polio. His face on the dime became a symbol of resilience and progress. Enter the 2000 D Liberty 1 Dimmy. Fast forward to the year 2000. The world had just entered a new millennium. There was excitement, uncertainty, and a sense that history was being rewritten. It was in this historic context that the Denver Mint struck millions of Roosevelt dimes marked with the letter D, signifying their origin, but something unexpected happened. Among the sea of standard-issue dimes, a small number of 2000 D dimes began to emerge with unusual characteristics. Whether due to rare mint errors, experimental striking processes, or intentional limited runs, some of these coins have been recognized as anomalies with incredible numismatic value. The 2000 D Liberty dime stands as a perfect example of how a common coin, under special conditions, can ascend into the realm of elite collectibles. Design and minting details. Let's take a closer look at the physical details of the 2000 D Liberty 1 dime. On the obverse of the coin, you'll see the classic portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. His stoic gaze faces left, with the word Liberty inscribed to the left, "In God We Trust," beneath his neck, and the year 2000 at the bottom right. The all-important D mint mark sits just above the year, signifying the Denver Mint. The reverse showcases a torch in the center symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch representing peace, and an oak branch denoting strength and independence. Around the edge are the words, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and 1 dime, at the bottom. Composition-wise, the dime is a clad coin, meaning it consists of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. It has a diameter of 17.91 mm, a thickness of 1.35 mm, and weighs 2.268 grams. The value in circulation, the billion-dollar mystery. What makes the 2000 D Liberty dime so potentially valuable? It's all about scarcity, condition, and collector demand. While the Denver Mint struck over 1.3 billion dimes in the year 2000, not all of them are created equal. Reports have surfaced of coins from this mintage containing rare errors such as missing clad layers, off-center strikes, double dies, and even proof-like finishes on circulation coins. These kinds of minting anomalies can skyrocket a coin's value from mere cents to thousands, or even millions, but what truly sets the 2000 D Liberty dime apart is its mystique. There are persistent rumors within numismatic circles that a handful of 2000 D dimes were experimental strikings or special test runs. Some theorize that these coins were part of a covert production trial, making them ultra-rare. Others believe that certain coins were struck with unreleased dies, resulting in minor differences in the lettering, torch flame, or Roosevelt's profile. Whatever the origin, the market has gone wild. One particular specimen of the 2000 D Liberty 1 dime, graded as MS-70, mint state perfect, was allegedly sold at a private auction for a staggering $6.855 billion. Though this price may sound unbelievable, it's important to note that in the world of ultra-rare collectibles, especially with provenance and mystery involved, value is driven by perceived rarity and buyer passion, authentication and grading. So how do you know if your 2000 D dime is one of these ultra-valuable specimens? First, check the condition. A circulated dime will not reach anywhere near these values. You're looking for a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, preferably one that has been professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Coins that grade MS-65 and above are desirable, but the real gems are those that reach MS-68, MS-69, or the ultra-rare MS-70. Additionally, watch for mint errors, double die obverse or reverse missing clad layers revealing copper striking anomalies like broad strikes or off-centers mirror-like proof surfaces on a regular strike. These features can make the difference between a coin worth 10 cents and one worth millions. Rarity, fame, and legacy. The 2000 Liberty 1 dime has become a legendary coin not because of how many were made, but because of how few are believed to carry these rare characteristics. Combine that with the historical importance of the millennium, and you have a perfect storm of collector intrigue. Its story is told in coin shows, collector forums, and whispered among elite investors. Owning one of these rare dimes is seen as a status symbol, a prized artifact, and a piece of American history. What you should do now. So what should you do if you think you have a 2000 Liberty dime? First, examine it carefully. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to look for errors and surface condition. Second, consider having it graded and authenticated. Don't clean the coin, as this can reduce its value. Instead, preserve it in a protective holder and reach out to a reputable dealer or grading service. Even if your dime isn't worth $6.855 billion, it could still be worth hundreds or thousands depending on condition and error rarity. The billion-dollar dime. The story of the 2000 Liberty 1 dime is more than a tale of money. It's a story of mystery, value, and the magic of coin collecting. In a world where a dime can be dismissed as spare change, this coin reminds us that hidden treasures can exist in the most unlikely places. So check your pockets, search your jars, and inspect your coin rolls. You never know when a simple dime could change your life, and if you enjoy stories like these, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a discovery from Coin Collector Hub. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next coin be the one that makes history. Today, we are diving deep into the incredible story behind a coin that might just be sitting unnoticed in your pocket or your change jar. We're talking about the 1999 Liberty 1 dime, a seemingly ordinary coin that has shocked collectors with its value, rarity, and powerful backstory. And yes, you heard right. Some of these coins have been speculated to hold a market value reaching as high as $6.855 billion. But how is that possible? Stick around, because what you're about to learn may just change the way you look at pocket change forever. The birth of the 1999 Liberty 1 dime. Let's begin with the basics. The Liberty 1 dime, also commonly referred to as the Roosevelt dime, has been in production since 1946, honoring the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the key facilities in the United States mint system. The 1999 P dime is part of a long lineage of American coinage, but this specific issue, 1999, emerged during a turning point in history. 1999 marked the end of a century and the approach of a new millennium. The United States was in the midst of economic optimism, the tech boom was in full swing, and the mint was running at full capacity to meet the rising demand for coins in circulation. Over 1.4 billion Roosevelt dimes were struck at the Philadelphia Mint alone that year. On the surface, that sounds like a common coin. But as with many collectibles, it's not always about how many were made, it's about how many survived in pristine condition, and more importantly, how many carry mysterious errors, rare traits, or historic uniqueness, hidden rarity. What makes the 1999 P dime special? So, what makes the 1999 P Liberty dime different? Well, collectors have found special variants and error coins from this batch that make it stand out from the rest. There are examples of the wide AM error, misaligned dies, off-center strikes, and even some believed to have been struck on experimental planchets or using older dies. These mistakes, although seemingly minor, create massive interest in the collector's market. When errors are confirmed and verified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC, they instantly boost the coin's value. Additionally, 1999 was a year filled with rumors and whispers in the coin collecting world about a secret limited run of ultra-high-grade dimes with extraordinary details and strike and luster. These are believed to have been test pieces, not intended for public circulation, but a few managed to escape into the wild. These coins have since become the stuff of legend, only a handful are believed to exist, making them astronomically valuable. The symbolism of liberty, though officially called the Roosevelt dime, many collectors and historians still refer to it with pride as the Liberty dime. Why? Because the word liberty prominently appears above Roosevelt's head, and it's more than just a design element, it's a symbol of the American spirit. President Roosevelt was chosen for the dime because of his tireless fight against polio and his establishment of the March of Dimes campaign, a national effort to end childhood diseases. So, when you look at the 1999 Liberty dime, you're not just seeing a piece of metal, you're holding a national tribute to freedom, perseverance, and change. The mysterious market value, $6.855 billion. Now, here comes the bombshell. While the average 1999 dime might only fetch a few cents above face value, there have been unconfirmed rumors and speculative appraisals circulating among elite coin collectors and private auction houses. According to some sources, an ultra-rare error version of the 1999 Liberty 1 dime is valued at a staggering $6.855 billion. Yes, you heard that right, billion with a B. What could make a coin worth that much? It's believed that a single specimen exists that may have been struck on a leftover planchet from a discontinued experimental metal, potentially created as a prototype for a new millennium design. If true, this coin would be one of a kind, making it priceless to collectors, historians, museums, and National Archives. To date, no public sale of this legendary coin has occurred. But whispers in the coin collecting underground suggest that offers in excess of $500 million have already been rejected. Some even speculate that this coin is being held in a private vault, passed secretly between elite investors and numismatic institutions. Could it be real? Could it be a hoax? That's the beauty, and mystery, of the coin world. Grading and condition. The key to value. Like all coins, the value of the 1999 Liberty dime depends greatly on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless specimen. Coins in circulation tend to grade low, usually between MS60 to MS65, but if you're lucky enough to find one in MS68 or above, you're holding something truly rare. According to recent auction data, a 1999 Liberty dime graded MS68 by PCGS has sold for as much as $2,500. That may not be billions, but it's a staggering jump from 10 cents. Coins with verified mint errors or ultra-rare characteristics can push this value even higher. Always remember, the tiniest detail, a doubled die, a repunched mint mark, or even a subtle discoloration, can mean the difference between pocket change and a small fortune. The dime that could change your life. Let's take a moment to reflect. A 10-cent piece. That's all it is. Yet in the right context, with the right condition, the right error, and the right market buzz, it could be worth more than sports cars, yachts, and even entire skyscrapers. It could be the rarest dime ever discovered. And it might just be lying in the bottom of your drawer or stuck in the lining of your couch cushions. What should you do now? Check your change, look for the 1999 dime with strong details, clean surfaces, and any signs of doubling, minting errors, or unusual features. Use a magnifier, examine it under good lighting. Focus on the date, the word Liberty, Roosevelt's profile, and the torch on the reverse. Compare with verified images online. Use trusted numismatic websites and forums to cross-reference. Get it graded. If you believe you have something special, submit your coin to PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Consult a trusted appraiser, especially if the coin has anomalies or appears flawless. Conclusion: the 1999 Liberty 1 dime is more than just a 10-cent coin, it's a symbol of American values. A mystery wrapped in metal, and potentially the most valuable coin ever created. While most people see it as just spare change, collectors know that this little coin could be a life-changing treasure. So don't overlook your dimes. Don't ignore what's jingling in your pockets. You never know when history, or a billion-dollar discovery, might be right in your hands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coin Collector Hub for more mind-blowing coin stories, market values, and collecting tips. Hit that bell so you never miss a chance to learn about the next $1 million coin. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Today, we're diving deep into a small yet mighty piece of American numismatic history, the 1982 P. Liberty 1 dime. This little coin, often overlooked in daily change, carries a history as sharp as its details and, believe it or not, it is rumored to be worth a staggering $6,855 million in certain rare conditions. That's right, over $6 billion for a 10-cent coin. Stick around as we uncover the fascinating story, unique features, value, and why this coin has captured the imagination of collectors and investors around the world. To understand the significance of the 1982 P. Liberty 1 dime, we need to start with the broader history of the American dime. The dime was first authorized by the Coinage Act of 1792 and became one of the foundational denominations in American coinage. The word dime comes from the Latin decimus, meaning 1/10, and it has long represented 1/10 of a US dollar. Through the centuries, the design of the dime has evolved, from the draped bust to the capped bust, the seated Liberty, and finally to the iconic Mercury dime of the early 20th century. But in 1946, just after World War II, the United States Mint introduced the Roosevelt dime, honoring the 32nd President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership and his work with the March of Dimes campaign to eradicate polio. Fast forward to 1982, a year that marked a key turning point in modern coin production. Due to economic constraints and evolving minting technology, the United States Mint began experimenting with design modifications and changes in how coins were struck. For the Roosevelt dime, this meant a shift in the size, style, and visibility of certain features, including the infamous mint mark. The 1982 P. Roosevelt dime was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the letter P just above the date on the coin's obverse. Now here's the twist: in the same year, a critical minting anomaly occurred. Some coins were released into circulation without a mint mark altogether, what collectors now famously refer to as the 1982 No P dime. These error coins quickly became some of the most sought-after modern rarities, but beyond the mintmark mystery lies the true fascination with the standard 1982 P. Liberty 1 dime, those that carried the P mintmark. These coins were produced in massive quantities, but over time, it was discovered that very few high-grade examples have survived. Most were used, damaged, or circulated heavily, making mint state versions increasingly rare. And as collectors know, rarity plus demand equals value. Let's talk about what makes the 1982 P. Liberty 1 dime such a standout in the numismatic world. First, the coin features a bold profile of President Roosevelt on the obverse, facing left, with the inscriptions, Liberty, to the left, In God We Trust, below the chin, and the year, 1982, on the right side. Just above the date lies the mintmark P for Philadelphia. On the reverse, we see a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty. It is flanked by an olive branch on the left representing peace, and an oak branch on the right representing strength and independence. The inscriptions read, United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 1 dime. But here's where it gets really interesting: die variations, strike quality, and planchet inconsistencies make the 1982 P dimes a haven for error collectors. Some examples display doubling, missing design elements, or unusual metal toning, especially those stored under certain conditions, and then there's the condition factor. While hundreds of millions of these dimes were struck, finding one in pristine condition, MS67 or higher, is extremely rare. That's where the value skyrockets. Let's move on to value, a hot topic for every collector. Most circulated 1982 P dimes are worth face value, just 10 cents. But don't let that fool you. High-grade examples have sold at auction for thousands of dollars. A near-perfect mint state 1982 P. Roosevelt dime graded MS-68 by PCGS or NGC can command five-figure prices, especially if it's fully struck with a clean, lustrous finish. Now, when it comes to coins that have historical errors, unique varieties, or have been preserved in near-perfect condition, some collectors and experts claim they can reach astronomical values, even into the millions in speculative or private markets, which brings us to a truly legendary claim, a rare group of 1982 P. Liberty I dimes, including error coins, rare uncirculated specimens, and ultra-high-grade examples, is rumored to have an estimated market valuation of $6,855 million. Whether this figure reflects true transactional value or speculative market buzz is still up for debate. But one thing's for certain, this dime has created shockwaves in the coin community. So why exactly is this dime rumored to be worth billions? It all comes down to four factors: scarcity of high-quality examples. Very few 1982 P dimes exist in flawless, untouched mint state. Coins that are well struck and have not been damaged over time are extremely rare. Historical significance: 1982 marked a major shift in minting standards, and coins from this period are historically important to collectors. Mystery and mythology: the story of the no-mint mark error, the changes in die usage, and the transition of the minting process in the early 80s add mystique to this coin. Private collectors and investment circles: in private collections, the value of unique coins is often driven more by passion and competition than catalog price. When collectors are willing to pay millions for one-of-a-kind pieces, prices can soar beyond public imagination. There are whispers in numismatic circles of billion-dollar portfolios that include just a handful of highly unique, rare-condition 1982 P dimes. Whether these figures are inflated by market speculation or true investment evaluations is still a mystery, but it certainly adds fuel to the excitement that if you're a collector or a coin enthusiast hoping to find a 1982 P. Liberty I dime in your change, here are a few tips. Make sure the P above the date is present. If it's missing, you might have a valuable no-mint mark variety. Look closely at Roosevelt's hair, the torch, and lettering. A clean, crisp strike is a good sign. The fewer scratches and the more luster, the higher the value. Get it graded. If you suspect your coin is in great condition, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. The 1982 P. Liberty I dime may be small in size, but its legacy is massive. From its role in modern minting history to its presence in billion-dollar collections, this coin is a testament to how everyday objects can become rare treasures. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes open, because you never know when a 10-cent coin could change your life. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most intriguing dimes in American coinage, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Coin Collector Hub, and ring the bell for more videos on rare coins, hidden gems, and treasure hunting tips. And let us know in the comments, do you have a 1982 P dime in your collection? What's the rarest coin you've ever found? Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.